Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Christmas special of Rants with Des, aka Des Rant. Happy Thursday through Wednesday, evening, night, morning, and afternoon. I actually have three pieces of paper for tonight. So, with that said and done, being that we were not live last week, there, Mr. Editor, how was your Thanksgiving?
Delightful.
Yeah, ours was filled with a lot of stuffing. It was. Now I got to get ready for cookie season.
Yes.
Good times. Yeah, those bastards are still around here. I tell you what. Um, we're gonna do a new segment on here. We're gonna try to do it probably weekly or once every other week. The lighter side of things. I have three things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Shania Twain, and I want to talk about Garth Brooks because they're special, aren't they? First and foremost, I always thought that country singers were more so on the right, but they might still be. I don't know. But the fact is, Shania Twain actually mentioned a while back earlier in the year that she actually likes drags. That's funny to me because now it makes sense about a certain song that she had sang many times. Man, I feel like a woman. It's like what? What? I I thought about that like a long time ago. It's like makes sense now. Man, I feel like a woman. Silly, silly lady. And then Garth Brooks, he did the inauguration. I suppose he was going to do it either way, but it's still funny because now we realize Garth really does have friends in low places. What's your thoughts about that, there, Mr. Editor?
About what?
About the fact like the songs that they sang and like later on, like with the inauguration and then Shania with drags. That's funny. Really? Come on. You want to add something to
I don't care that much about them.
that. But it's still funny. I thought about that at work one day. I'm like, damn, that makes sense now. Does make sense. The other thing I want to talk about on the lighter side is in football. Of course, you know, we're from Minnesota. Minnesota, I would never say it. It's freezing cold out there right now. It's like, was it just above zero? Just above zero. It was below zero this morning. Um, but I love the fact, like, the Vikings, they have such great dance moves in the end zone. I mean, they actually had the White Chicks version in the end zone this past Sunday. And boy, I've seen that video probably 100 times already, and I love it every time. It's like the way they can do that with their pads on. It's actually one of those things where, and then one guy's like, "Oh, it's actually easier with the pads on." You would think it wouldn't be, but maybe it's just more. I just thought it was pretty good. So that was this week's installment of Lighter Side. Like I said, I think we're gonna always try to start an episode with that because you know what, we don't always have to go to the cringe. So not right away. I mean, this is a freaking comedy show. At least we try to be funny. Hell, I laugh at everything I do, so that's why I think I'm a comedian. So, so excuse me. So let's go to the first topic at hand. Joe Biden said a while back that he would never pardon Hunter. And the funny thing about it is, you had that lady that talks. What the heck's that black lady's name? Kier Pier, whatever her name is. The one that's,
Oh, Kareem Jump here.
yeah. She was always saying he's not going to pardon. And the view was always like, well, that's such a brave man, not going to actually pardon his son, you know. And it's like, right over their head. What does Joe Biden do? Pardons the shit out of Hunter. What's funny about this is there is a rumor now that within the first 10 minutes of Trump's, after it's been inaugurated, he's going to pardon all the January 6 people. That's the rumor mill. I saw that today. It was one of those things where that'd be outstanding. It would be one of those great things like, woohoo! Because a lot of those people did nothing wrong. The cops allowed them come in. So, tomato, tomato. And the fact is, with Joe Biden actually pardoning Hunter, there's a lot more conspiracy, which is not conspiracy, with the laptop and many other things that Hunter actually did during the last 11 years, where these people one day in the Capitol, where the cops allowed him in, I mean, he sexted his niece, for God's sakes. Hunter did. Not once, but at least 2 times. That is funny. It's like, whoa, your own niece. Why? Talking about having low standards, your own family. I guess that's what I always say, keep it in the family. It's like, seriously, that's creepy as bloody hell. But you know what? Tomato, tomato. Niece, not niece, they're same. I don't even know what to say about that. And the rumor is Biden is going to be pardoning a bunch of other people as well. Rumor mill is Fauci, um, possibly Hillary, Kamala, and I'm just trying to think of.
What are they being pardoned
Beats me. But he's just yeah, Fauci is the big one. That's what's funny. Oh man. So obviously he must think that they did something wrong if he's going to pardon him. That's all I got to say on that one. I think it's actually quite funny, and I think the list is actually bigger because they said that Trump's got an enemy list. That's what's funny about it. An enemy list. Well, you did basically call him Hitler for 4 years, actually over that, basically 8 years. You also, with calling him Hitler, made him basically one of those people where the crazy leftists thought, if they took him out, they'd be heroes. I know we've talked about this already before on here, but the fact is, you do this long enough, people are going to fall for it. They're going to say, oh, he's basically Hitler, and Trump supporters are basically Nazis. What do you think is going to happen? It's called common sense. But with grace of God, Trump tilted his head. I still love the time that went back there. First thing he does, look at that glorious map. Look at that glorious map. That was the one where he tilted his head just enough where he didn't get killed, pretty much. But enough about the pardoning, because you know what? We're gonna find out more about that in the next few weeks anyway before we go live again, and I will jot down the list that I've heard of, and then maybe my editor will actually have heard of others, and we can have fun with that one. Because I will be keeping a list. I'll be checking it twice. It's that time of year. So let's go to the next one here. That Penny. Yeah, I should have wrote down first names, but I always suck at notes. I always go by the last name. That ended up killing the Subway Michael Jackson wannabe was actually set free. Isn't that a glorious thing? And the left actually has gone bonkers over it. I'm going to be looking up some more stuff for 2 weeks from now. I got to do some homework. Another reason why we're taking a couple weeks off with Christmas time coming up. Got to do your due diligence. Big words once in a while here on Rants with Deds. Not too often because I'm a simpleton. I like to keep it simple. I will never say it quite frankly. People say Deds is simple. He's so simple. He's so simple that his middle name should be simple. I have no idea where I was going with that one. But with that said and done, the left is going bonkers over Penny being released. But that Luigi that shot the CEO, they are going bonkers the opposite direction. His image was actually on camera, showing they was shooting the CEO, and there was actually videos of women saying, "Oh, he's so good looking," and all that crazy stuff. Seriously, you go by the looks, he murdered somebody in broad night light because I was at nighttime, so I don't I don't know how to say it better than that. The fact is this: it's proven fact that he did it, and when the cops were bringing him in, he was basically like threatening them. Actually, as he was going in, it's like, yeah, it's pretty easy to say that he's the one that did it. The fact is that the left is saying that this guy's a hero. The one lady on a like I said, I didn't do any real good research because I just go by the top of my head. She was on. It was an Australian show. No, Piers on Fox, and she was like saying that he was like a hero. Luigi really is a hero. Maybe on Mario Brothers. That's a totally different Luigi. This guy is a criminal. He killed somebody. At the end of the day, being that he actually was caught red-handed that he did it, I just think that maybe he should have life in prison, and that's the minimum. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Well, like I said, we'll know more and more in 2 weeks, and my editor is gonna make sure I do my research. Aren't you, Mr. Editor? He's a stickler because we want to make this channel as good as possible. And that's the thing about when you have a team of two right now. We both got to do our research, right? So I want to talk about one more thing before we go to the Christmas thing. Um, I want to talk about the right side of broadcasting versus the left side of broadcasting because at the end of the day, it's actually a big deal. The fact is, the left always calls us basically Nazis, basically just evil, like we're retarded, that we're basically like the middle class, pretty much you could say the middle to lower class because we're not that smart because we're right winged. You got the left wing calling us that, and the fact is, I'm just gonna call the left dummies. I've called them worse before, but on here I'll just call them dummies. The left wing, the way they throw their propaganda out, and they stick with the story even when they know that they were wrong from the very beginning. The right side will admit when they're wrong. Hell, I've done this on my channels before. If I'm wrong with anything tonight, my Mr. Editor here is going to make sure to say, Dez, you better say something because you were wrong about something. And he's going to probably rewatch this and see if I screwed up so that in 2 weeks I have to apologize. I Right now it's just, because he could go back and forth, back and forth. The fact is, I will always admit that I'm wrong if I'm wrong. But usually there's a reason why they call us the side of the right. Ah, God, I love that. I don't know why they always did the side of the right and the left. To me, it's silly. I know this is the right side on their right, and this is the left side. That's what's funny about cameras. It's like a mirror. But the fact is, the side on the right will always. We're gonna look at both sides of the story, but if it completely goes that one direction, which usually it does, there's a reason why we go the one direction. And I don't know why you guys on the left always have to go that direction every time. Like with that Penny, you want to see him in prison because he killed a black man, Michael Jackson wannabe. And now that his dad did a whole spiel on a video with the BLM people. Um, New York City was actually having protests for BLM again. Well, we had a good 4 years of no rioting and looting. Well, it's back, baby. At the end of the day, do your research. And like I said, we will get better on here. We're still in the diaper stage right now. That's why next week's a big week for us, where we're going to be ordering some stuff. We're going to get better. So next year, my 25 whole thing will be us to actually become maybe even a channel where we can have a panel. Wouldn't that be sweet, there, Mr. Editor? Because then I'm not just talking and you talk once in a while. It's like we can actually have a conversation with people. Because let's be honest, uh, there's a reason why we only have 37 subscribers, and I'll know if we get more. When you're under 100, it's pretty simple. I'm saying it right now. So please be number 38. I don't say it, quite frankly. People tell me, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the live. Like it. Like your life depends on it because it's Christmas season. It's giving. It's a giving time of year. So with the right and the left, there's a reason why CNN is going down, MSNBC is going down in rankings. A lot of the stuff that they've talked about in the past is wrong, and the people are just fed up with it, and they're pretty much like, "We're done with this BS nonsense." And at the end of the day, they're like, "Sorry, we listened to you for how many years? 8 years while Trump was going for president. Actually, more than that already, because that would be 8 years, because 4 years and then 4 years, and now we're going on another four." It's one of those things where first they were like laughing, Trump's never going to become president, and then Trump became president, and I was watching a video before we continue on of it's an hour long video since the Trump presidential thing again. of liberals losing their minds. It is hysterical. It's all a nice little bundle. It's awesome. I'm about 20 minutes in, so I got another 40 minutes to go. But with that said and done, getting back to CNN, MSNBC, the reason why you're failing is your whole Trump derangement thing has failed, and people realize that Trump is not Hitler or any freaking Nazi or dictator like you guys thought he was. We actually had 4 years. The country was better, the world was safer, and at the end of the day, you lied through your teeth, and you put up stuff like the Russia collusion hoax. And once again, you're trying to do that again, which is sad and silly. At the end of the day, you could not rig this election like you could last time because of the China virus, and now you reap what you sow. I mean, well, how many votes less than 4 years ago? Like we said it on the last one, like 18, or was it?
I think it ended up being under 10 million.
But that's still a lot of votes. That's
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's still a shit ton of votes. What happened to those people? Not that many people died. You know, there's more people that
They
actually.
did COVID.
You mean the vaccine?
Well,
I love it.
car accidents. COVID car wrecks.
Yep. And that's sad because I've watched a video of that too, where all the people that dropped dead from the jab, because those are the people that basically got all of them. I think if you only had the one or two, I think you were pretty much legit. I think it's if you kept getting them, but I could be wrong on that too. But I don't know for sure. It's like I
There's rare one time. One jab, there's some that are rare. Two jabs, there's a few more. Three jabs, it goes up. With each jab, you're you're getting closer to just.
it's not funny, but
It
it's
is.
also funny at the same time. I'm jab free from this one. I it's one of those things where, and the thing about it is, they were pushing it, and of course people say, well, Des Trump was actually a big push of it. No, he wasn't. He said if you have underlying conditions, you should get it, but he never made you to it. He never made it do it like businesses would. It's like common sense. It's and like the military, a lot of people lost their spots in the military because they never got jabbed. Where are their dues? Where are their dues? Seriously, this is what's so sad about it. How about we quit doing about that right now and we go to the Christmas part? All right, all right. I really got nothing planned, but at the end of the day, you got big plans for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So, what are your big plans for the Christmas season?
A big old party.
Eggnog.
I'm sure there will be eggnog in the house. We'll have food. And, lots of food.
Santa Claus will be coming to town. He'll be coming here too. Uh, he'll be coming hopefully by then. I don't know. I cause I have to redo my list for Santa Claus. It's for the office. So for Christmas this year, I'm actually looking forward to this one. I haven't even started shopping to be honest. I'll be doing that probably on Sunday. Vikings don't play till Monday anyway, so figure do all my shopping one day and get it done with, and just come back home. And I won't do any wrapping. I will just be doing bags. I don't rap. I don't rap. I'm not a singer.
My kid's gonna be pissed when he starts opening his presents.
Oh, nice, nice. Duct tape. A lot of layers.
There's just a bunch of small things that are all individually wrapped inside of a bigger thing that's wrapped.
So you're one of those kind of people. I love it. Well,
And most of them he's gonna know what they are right away, but he's still gonna have to open them.
now that's fantastic. Oh yeah. Hopefully you guys are gonna have a great Christmas. Like I said, our next live will be January 2nd in the new year. Um, Next year for Christmas and Thanksgiving, we will do a special type of live. It's one of those things where I just wanted to say what we were doing, and I'm going to my sister's for Christmas for Christmas Eve, I'll be coming here. Actually, it's Christmas Eve tradition. Figure we're keeping that one still alive. It's good times will be had by all. I think next year I plan on actually doing like a Christmas. We'll do like a book or something. At the end, we'll read a book or something, like a small book. I don't want to give too much away because all of a sudden we don't do it, and they were like, "Des, you promised us a book." Oh man! So at the end of the day, hopefully you guys have a great Christmas season because it's tis the season to be grateful. Let's be honest. As long as you got your health, your friends, your family, your loved ones, a job, because God forbid those bills don't pay themselves. Everybody's comedian, but it's true. It's true. At the end of the day, just be thankful that our Lord and Savior is about to come into the world for 2024th time. Trying to figure out, when the year started, because it started when Jesus was born, right? Yeah, so this would be, oh, he's old. Still celebrate his birthday.
The Roman emperor that was emperor when he was born died 4 to 6 years prior to the year zero.
Shit, son of.
It's hard to say.
Exactly.
Then there's also conspiracies about 300 years that are missing somewhere. So.
Jeez. So he could be 300 years older.
Less.
Less. What the hell? How the?
This would be 1724 right now.
We're gonna have to do a conspiracy segment once we get more so into this type of thing, because you know what? We're gonna make this channel great again. We're still in the diaper stage. It takes a while to get a good channel going, right, Mr. Editor? It takes some time. The fact is, we've gotten this far right now. I'm excited about it. It's one of those things where I appreciate Mr. Editor, because if it wasn't for him, I would still basically in the womb yet. But thanks to him, we're actually outside the womb in the diapers, and drinking off the baba. And once again, happy holidays, and it's Mr. Did it actually show up on the? Oh, it did. Nice, nice. But like always, I think we're gonna end right here. Once again, uh, we won't go live until January 2nd. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I will say Happy Holidays because I said everything else. It is what it is. Um, After January, starting January, I will be doing my Happy Holidays on Instagram again. Instagram is evil. They keep shutting me down. I don't even have to say anything. And no, Des, you're not gonna go live because we talk about some controversial stuff on there, and they don't like that kind of stuff. They'd rather just have people smoking weed, getting high.
What controversial stuff do you talk about that they don't like?
Well, I won't say it on the YouTube, but they don't like it. So it's one of those things where I know we're small enough. We're like the little gnats that could on the YouTube yet, but eventually we'll become the lion. But once again, I love it, guys. We appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas from us here at the Desran office to you guys. Until next time, January 2nd, 2025.